Has your cat ever seemed close, but never quite available? They settle near you, share the space, then quietly leave the moment touch enters the picture. It's easy to read that as rejection, but for cats, distance is rarely emotional. It's informational. Every pause, every step back, every moment of space is a signal about comfort, not connection. And when those signals go unnoticed, affection starts feeling difficult instead of natural. In this video, you'll learn 8 overlooked reasons your cat avoids cuddling and how to adjust your approach in ways that reduce pressure, restore safety, and invite closeness without forcing it. If you like learning how cats actually communicate beneath the surface, subscribe for more insights like this. And stay until the end, because one well-meaning habit many owners repeat daily is quietly teaching their cat to keep their distance without realizing it. Reason number 1. Personality is biology, not attitude. Not every cat experiences closeness the same way, and that difference starts deep in their nervous system, not in their attitude toward you. Some cats relax through stillness. Others regulate themselves through motion. For high-energy cats, movement isn't excitement, it's balance. Sitting still for long periods doesn't feel comforting to them. It feels unnatural. That's why prolonged cuddling can trigger restlessness instead of relaxation. Their body isn't rejecting affection, it's responding to overstimulation. When you try to hold these cats in place, their nervous system reads it as pressure, not love. Pulling away becomes a way to regain control, not a sign of disinterest. Your cat isn't avoiding you, they're protecting their internal comfort. The fix isn't forcing calm or waiting for them to grow out of it. It's learning to meet their rhythm first, allowing movement, space, and choice, and letting closeness happen only when their body naturally slows down. Affection builds fastest when it works with biology, not against it. Reason number 2. Early handling shapes adult affection. A cat's comfort with touch is shaped long before affection becomes intentional. It forms during a brief developmental period most owners never witness. Early on, the brain is answering one quiet question: is human contact predictable, or something to stay alert around? When gentle handling is consistent, touch becomes familiar and emotionally neutral. When it's rushed, inconsistent, or missing, the nervous system treats touch cautiously, not as a threat, but as an unknown. That's why 2 cats in the same home can grow into very different adults. One relaxes into closeness, the other hesitates or leaves. The difference isn't love, it's exposure. This doesn't mean your cat is fixed or unreachable. It means trust must be built with smaller, clearer steps, short interactions, consistent timing, touch that ends calmly. Affection grows when contact feels expected, not surprising. Reason number 3. Memory without memory. Past fear. Cats don't remember the past as stories. They remember it as bodily reactions. That's why a cat may flinch or pull away without warning. Their nervous system reacts before thought, triggered by sudden movement or unexpected touch, even in a safe home. This isn't about recalling what happened. It's about the body remembering how threat once felt. For cats with earlier stress, closeness can briefly register as uncertainty instead of comfort. Not because they don't trust you, but because their body hasn't learned that this kind of touch is harmless. Fear doesn't disappear through pressure. It fades through calm repetition. Slow movement, predictability, and letting the cat initiate contact teach the body a new rule: nothing bad follows this. When safety becomes consistent, affection follows naturally. It's physical comfort. Reason number 4. Pain changes everything. When affection fades suddenly, the issue is rarely emotional. Cats don't show pain the way humans do. They adjust their behavior to avoid it. And one of the first changes is distance. If touch starts to feel uncomfortable, even briefly, avoidance becomes a form of self-protection. Pain doesn't have to be obvious. Mild joint stiffness, dental sensitivity, skin irritation, or internal discomfort can make certain positions or pressure unpleasant. What looks like withdrawal is often the body setting a quiet boundary. That's why timing matters. A cat who slowly stops cuddling or avoids contact after previously enjoying it is often signaling discomfort, not disconnection. In these cases, Training or patience won't help. Affection returns through relief, not persuasion. Always rule out physical discomfort first. It's the most overlooked reason cuddling disappears. Reason number 5, heat and stress block affection. A cat can't relax into affection if their body is busy regulating discomfort. Before closeness is possible, the nervous system has to feel balanced. Cats naturally run warmer than humans. When extra heat is added through prolonged contact, the body shifts toward cooling, not bonding. What feels comforting to you may feel overwhelming to them, especially during warmer periods. That's why cuddling often fades in summer and quietly returns when temperatures drop. It isn't emotional distance, it's physical self-regulation. Stress amplifies this response. Noise, unpredictability, frequent disruptions, or tension in the home keep the nervous system on alert. In that state, awareness takes priority over affection. Closeness doesn't grow in alert mode, it grows in calm. Lowering environmental pressure through routine, quiet spaces, and predictability allows the body to settle. When the body settles, affection becomes possible again. Comfort always comes before connection. Quick pause. If this is helping you understand your cat, subscribe for more insights like this. Reason number 6. Overstimulation comes before rejection. Affection doesn't end because a cat changes their mind. It ends because their system reaches a limit. Touch activates multiple sensory channels at once, and each cat processes that input differently. When stimulation builds faster than the nervous system can settle, the body shifts from enjoyment to regulation. Pulling away becomes a way to regain balance, not a sign of dislike. Before a cat leaves or reacts, there are subtle cues: posture stiffening, movement slowing, attention shifting. These signals aren't warnings of aggression, they're signs the experience is becoming too much. When those moments are respected, touch remains safe. When they're ignored, the cat learns to avoid contact earlier next time. Ending interaction before overload preserves comfort, and comfort keeps affection possible. Cats don't seek intensity, they seek interactions that stay easy to accept. Reason number 7. Life stages shift affection. A cat's need for closeness changes as their body and priorities change. Affection isn't lost, it shifts. Kittens seek contact because closeness equals safety. As they grow, confidence and curiosity take over. During adolescence, independence becomes important, and distance often appears. This isn't rejection, it's development. Many owners worry during this phase and try to pull affection closer, but pressure usually has the opposite effect, teaching the cat that closeness comes with expectation. As adulthood settles in, balance returns. Cats often reconnect quietly, staying nearby, sharing space, allowing touch on their terms. Later in life, physical needs shift again. Warmth and familiarity become comforting, and affection often increases naturally. Affection follows function. When each stage is respected instead of resisted, closeness tends to return on its own, because it was never taken away, only rebalanced.
Reason number 8. Too much touch feels like too much information. For cats, touch isn't simple, it's layered.
Each moment of contact sends multiple signals the nervous system must process at once. What starts as pleasant can quickly turn into overload if contact continues without pause. When that limit is reached, the body shifts from relaxing to regulate. Pulling away isn't irritation, it's self-control. Many owners misread this moment as a change of mood. In reality, the cat stayed past their comfort point. Over time, tolerance shortens and avoidance appears earlier. Shorter interactions change this pattern. Brief touch that ends calmly teaches the nervous system that closeness stays safe. Safety builds anticipation, not fatigue. Cats don't avoid affection, they manage it. And once you understand that, the focus shifts from asking why cuddles disappear to learning how to invite closeness without overwhelming their system. That's where the fixes begin. Fix number 1. Stop initiating. Start allowing. Affection grows fastest when the cat controls distance. When you reach first, your cat has to decide whether to tolerate or escape. When you stay still, they get to choose. Instead of approaching, position yourself calmly nearby, and let your presence become familiar rather than demanding. Keep your movements slow and predictable. Avoid direct staring. Relax your posture. These small signals lower pressure more than any training technique. When your cat decides to move closer, don't reward the moment with sudden touch. Let proximity exist on its own. That's how safety forms. Once closeness feels neutral, curiosity replaces caution. The slow blink works because it removes expectation. It communicates comfort without asking for anything back. Over time, your cat learns that being near you never leads to unwanted contact, and that's when they begin staying longer more often. Fix. Number 2. Reward proximity. Cats repeat what feels good, not what's demanded. Instead of rewarding cuddles, reward approach. The moment your cat chooses to sit near you, pause, or stay in your space, quietly reinforce that decision. This teaches the brain that closeness leads to positive outcomes without pressure. Timing matters more than quantity. Rewards should arrive immediately and remain small. The goal isn't to distract your cat with food, but to gently link your presence with comfort and predictability. Over time, something important happens. Your cat stops evaluating whether it's worth it to come near you. The hesitation fades. Proximity becomes familiar instead of negotiated. Eventually, many cats approach even when no reward appears, because the association has already formed. You've shifted closeness from a risk to a benefit, without forcing physical contact or overwhelming their limits. Quick reminder: subscribe if you want to better understand what your cat is trying to tell you. Fix number 3. Find the safe zones. Not all touch feels equal to a cat. Some areas feel grounding and predictable, while others trigger vulnerability. The difference isn't personal, it's neurological. Safe zones are areas where touch doesn't interfere with balance, awareness, or control. Focus on locations that allow your cat to stay oriented: the sides of the face, under the chin, and the base of the ears. These spots engage scent glands and feel familiar rather than intrusive. Avoid areas tied to defense or movement, like the belly, paws, and tail. Even brief contact there can activate reflexive reactions, especially in cautious cats. The rule is simple: if your cat leans into touch, you're in the right place. If they stiffen or pull away, stop immediately. Respecting those boundaries teaches your cat that touch will never trap them, and that trust opens the door to more affection over time. If another spot feels easier on their body, or Fix number 4. Become the coziest option. Cats choose comfort before connection. Or calmer on their senses, that's where they'll go. Your role isn't to compete for attention. It's to quietly become the most appealing place to settle. Relaxed posture matters. Sudden shifts, leaning forward or reaching too soon, add pressure. Stillness lowers it. A soft surface supports it. Scent does the rest. Familiar smells signal safety faster than touch ever could. When your scent is paired with warmth and softness, your presence stops feeling like an interaction and starts feeling like an environment. Over time, cats gravitate toward what feels predictable and effortless. You're no longer asking them to cuddle, you're offering a space worth choosing. And when comfort comes first, closeness follows naturally, without persuasion. Fix number 5. Play first. Affection can't compete with unused energy. A cat that hasn't released movement stays alert, restless, and mentally occupied. Play isn't entertainment. It's regular, short, focused play sessions allow the nervous system to complete its natural cycle: engagement, exertion, release. Once that cycle finishes, the body shifts into recovery mode. That's when calm appears, not before. This calm creates a narrow window where closeness feels appealing instead of restrictive. Timing matters. Don't grab your cat afterward. Simply make yourself available. Sit nearby. Stay quiet. When cats associate post-play calm with peaceful proximity, they begin seeking you out during that window on their own. Energy first, stillness second, affection last. When the order is right, cuddling stops feeling like an interruption and starts feeling like a reward. Fix number 6. Track trust, not lap time. Progress with cats isn't dramatic. It's incremental. Many owners miss real improvement because they're measuring the wrong thing. Cuddling isn't the first milestone. Comfort is. Staying in the room longer, sitting closer than before, choosing to remain nearby instead of leaving. These are signals of trust expanding. When you focus only on lap time, you overlook the quiet decisions your cat is already making in your favor. Those decisions matter. They show that your presence feels safer than it used to. Trust builds in layers. Each positive experience stacks on the last. When cats feel no pressure to perform affection, they begin offering it voluntarily. Measure patience, not position. Consistency, not close. When trust grows steadily, cuddling often arrives without being pursued, because it's no longer risky. It's simply the next natural step. Every step back, every pause, every moment of space is your cat choosing comfort over pressure. And when closeness never costs safety, affection stops feeling risky and begins happening naturally. Cats don't respond to being pulled closer. They respond to feeling free to stay. When you shift from pursuing affection to allowing it, something changes. Trust grows quietly, proximity lasts longer, and cuddles arrive without being asked for. If this helped you understand your cat a little better, consider subscribe. You'll get more insights that turn everyday behavior into clarity. And remember, your cat is always communicating. You're just learning how to listen.